4 goals have separated Arsenal and Everton at the Emirates today. Cara Banks alongside Tim Howard, Danny Higginbotham. We knew that they wanted an emphatic victory to get that cushion at the top of the table. They've got it, Tim. How satisfying for Arteta?
Well, very, and it was convincing. You know, coming off that little winless run that they had to grind out 2 results, Leicester and Villa. They got a little bit of fortune. This was one of those games where you thought they needed to kind of stamp their authority on it, to be at home, cruise to victory, I think as well, get some players on the pitch. You know, we got to see Partey, we got to see Smith Rowe. That's going to be important for Arsenal as they go down the stretch, and being able to rest play. Look, you're not always going to have a comfortable win, but being able to get ahead, to be diligent enough to get the job done early on so that Mikel Arteta can make some changes, get some fresh legs on so that they can be strong down the stretch. It's
not been unusual in the past to see Arsenal at the top of the table, but it has been in recent years. I just said that, number 19. It's baffling to think how long it has been since they've been in this position. How much should they relish where they are right now?
I think they're loving it. I think what you find with younger players, there is that naivety, and sometimes that naivety can be a good thing. They don't seem to feel the pressure. What's really impressed me about them, especially over the last few months, is that, OK, they've had some ups and downs, how they've responded, but also they're finding a way to win. And many times it's different ways. You're having different goal scorers. And the fact that they can share the responsibility of scoring goals, I think that's huge. There's not the onus just on one player.
What do you take from all this for Everton? It's a second away defeat for Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
They had 2 and 2 coming into this match. He's now 2 for 3 in terms of wins, losses under his manager. It's difficult.
It's difficult for Everton. There are no goals in this team. We talked about it before the game. We saw it again today. Not even goals. They're not really even goal dangerous as a club. This is going to be a very long 13-game stretch for Everton. They're going to be down in the bottom 3 or thereabouts all the way up into the end, and they've got to try and find a way to continue. Home is going to be important. We saw last year those home fans galvanized that run to stay up. They're going to have to do it again.
4 goals, a clean sheet to go 5 points clear as Knights at the Emirates go. Just how good was that one?
Yeah, obviously amazing performance. Especially a result a couple of weeks ago against them. It was nice to put 4 past them today.
Played with so much confidence, some great goals scored as well. Would you say you played like champions tonight?
Yeah, I mean they make it tough. Once we had the first, it was more were gonna come. So it was nice to do that today.
You lost at Goodison Park just 25 days ago when results weren't going your way. Is it safe to say that really was just a blip for Arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, there's ups and downs in football, and that was a down. So yeah, today was enjoyable.
1st of March now. People are starting to say this is the start of the run-in. Are you feeling the pressure?
No, I mean, looking at us today, it didn't look like we're feeling any way. We're just doing what we've done all season, and we're going to just keep pushing.
You'd only won 1 of the last 4 at home before tonight. Your fans were absolutely unbelievable this evening. How important is it now that the Emirates is a fortress until the end of the season?
Yeah, I think it has been all season. It's a pleasure to play week in, week out here, and it was one for them today.
Well done.
Well, Bukayo, that was a really good game to watch. What was it like to play in?
Yeah, it was really enjoyable. Obviously, the first 40 minutes was really difficult. They defended really well, but once we got the breakthrough, and then in the second half we played unbelievably well, and we could have scored even more.
Yeah, is patience key on nights like this?
Yeah, definitely, because we've had a few games like this, and we're starting to learn. We need to be patient, need to be relentless, keep going, keep trying, and yeah, we'll get the breakthrough.
You didn't look as if you'd had much fun for the opening sort of 35-40 minutes yourself. It was quite a big battle with Mykolenko, and they were doubling and trebling up on you every time the ball went near you. But then that one chance did come 5 minutes before the break, and it was in the back of the net in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it was a good finish. My right foot, so happy with that one. But yeah, in these games, I'm learning that you might only get one chance, and you have to take it. So I'm happy I took it, and we got the breakthrough. And from then, we had to score more goals.
And you had that bonus of the second goal right on half time. We had to wait for the decision on VAR. I wasn't quite sure which way that would go.
Yeah, I looked at Gabby. We both thought it was offside. So when we found out it wasn't, you could see the relief in our faces. So we're happy to go in at half-time 2-0 up.
And you played as a team in the second half as if the pressure was off, any handbrake was off. that must be great for you, playing at that level and dominating a match to that extent.
Yeah. Obviously, we were 2-0 up, so we didn't really have to break them down. They would obviously have to come out, so it was just about us keeping the ball and just waiting for the spaces to open, and when they did, we took the chances.
You look like a team that really believe.
Yeah, we do believe.
Well, we mentioned earlier that Arsenal are really busy in their bid to stay ahead of the champions at the top of the table. Here are their next 8 Premier League fixtures. They're coming thick and fast, but you can see it all culminates really in that highly anticipated meeting away at the Etihad against Manchester City. That will be on April 26th. Be interesting to see where they stand in the table as of then. So no sign of the managers just yet, but interesting to hear from Saka. He's such a talented young player, just 21 years of age. He's behind the likes of Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney, Robbie Fowler in terms of how prolific he is doing with his goal scoring right now. How valuable is he to this team? Well,
I think he's matured beyond his years, not just in production. Production is obviously important and sometimes the most important, but just the way that these Arsenal players roll him the ball in big moments, and he takes it. And, you know, he said there, we do believe, and one of the things I've thought about this Arsenal team is you got to fake it till you make it. And I think they have to be brave, and I think they have to be brash and almost arrogant to an extent. And their manager was like that for a long time. You know, it was Mikel Arteta on the touchline, young manager, trying to breathe this belief into his team. Now when I look at this Arsenal team, I don't see fear. I don't see them being scared of this stretch run. They're looking forward to lifting that trophy. And with every game, with every goal, you just see them get more and more confident. And for such a young team, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is really impressive. And the youngsters, they just look as though they're playing with their friends. And one of the things, and I'm not putting it out there as in terms of they are the same, but it reminds me to a certain extent, you go back to Manchester United when they brought the young players through. They took the experienced players onto another level, and they were playing with like a real sense of freedom. And you can see these young players for Arsenal now, they're bringing the best out of themselves, putting the players around them, and it's brilliant to watch.
It's an exciting new era, perhaps. OK, well, thanks for joining us today. We'll look forward to seeing you again